To Superior Sunrise. I have a lot of great guests with me now with Neogen. I have Tanner King to my left, Kenny Stauffer to my right, along with Superior Rep Mike Bollinger. And thank you all so much for being on. And we kind of wanted to be here and talk about some of the products that Neogen has to offer. And Kenny, I want to ask you first. Neogen is well known in the purebred side of things. People are very familiar with that genetic testing, and you guys are offering similar solutions for a commercial producer.
Absolutely.
What can a commercial producer look forward to in Neogen?
Well, I mean, if you're a cow-calf operator and you want to be able to make some selection decisions for your females, Igenity beef, offering traits that you can't find in the industry, such as stayability. That's such an important piece of how long that animal is going to stay in the herd, from all of your growth traits, all of your carcass traits, and all your maternal traits. So it's kind of a state-of-the-art product. On the feedlot side, the only product on the market today is Igenity Feeder. It's going to help our feedlot operations look at the traits that are most going to cost them, most efficient. So you got your days on feed, you got your terminal index, you got your bovine congestive heart failure. So those are the first two that come to mind.
Tanner, when we were at the Corn Belt, you and I were kind of talking about what it takes to get involved with these programs. Do you have to have years worth of data to get involved, or can you get in on the ground floor?
No, ground floor. All we need is a DNA sample from each animal, and away we go. It's not we don't need years of history, years of data. We're taking a genotype of an animal and putting that together and making some selection decisions from there.
And kind of how does the process work of implementing this program into a herd?
DNA sample, send the sample to the lab. The lab will go through it, take care of it, get you some results and report back the traits that Kenny was talking about. In an easy-to-read kind of format, 1 through 10 scores, and easy to make those decisions.
Mike, I want to talk to you because you've been using some of these products in your own cattle.
Yes, ma'am.
First of all, tell us why you decided to implement this testing.
Well, I'll tell you what, 20-some years ago, 20-plus years ago when Jim Odell hired me, and when they started the VAC programs, I did every one of them to prove to my customers. I sat through every meeting that we had to listen to all the different guys. When Kenny gave his speech the first time, I sat there and I said, hey, this deal, it's the first time in 20-some years, no disrespect, Mr. Earl, but first time in 20 years that this is going to work. And we tried it, and it absolutely works. It showed us the old time where you select your heifers by just looking at them, the biggest and the best. That's not necessarily, and it proved it to us that we were going in the wrong direction. So we've since corrected it. And even the guys that come help us brand, they have said the last 2 years how much our calves just at branding have improved over the years. So it truly works. It truly works.
Kind of talk about the value that has in putting in a program.
We increased our weaning weights from when we started right at 50 pounds, 48 pounds on our weaning weights from year to year. And we wean pretty near the same way. We fence line wean. So, I mean, it's working good. And the first year after we did this is what's so funny. The heifers, like when I talked to Kenny, it proved it. The calves were not what the other ones, the ones you want to keep, So if they don't fit the criteria, I don't care how pretty they are, they're going down the road.
Very well. Well, thank you all so much for being on. Appreciate it. And we're looking forward to that customer appreciation dinner that Igenity is sponsoring here tonight. Don't go anywhere. We have more Superior Sunrise up next.
Are you ready for a better shot at profitability with a more consistent, more efficient cow herd? Then don't miss out on the maternal edge offered by Gelbvieh and Balancer Genetics.
Stayability and longevity is really a strength of the Gelbvieh breed, and when these cows can remain in the herd 10 years or thereabouts, they return a lot of dollars to the producers.
Research shows Gelbvieh cows will stay in your herd longer with greater fertility and more pounds of calf wean.
It's the ability of that cow not only to have that calf unassisted, but to own that calf, to stay right there